To Brunswick today on YouTube. It's day 2 of the pre-Thanksgiving Classic. And game number 1 features the 3-4 Wake Tech Eagles and the 2-5 Baltimore County Catonsville Cardinals. And hi again, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you for the second day of action, final day for both of these teams. For Wake Tech, they're looking to go 2-0 here on the weekend after beating Harford yesterday 77-68. And for Catonsville, the Cardinals looking to get a win before they load up the bus and get ready to go back to Maryland after losing to Brunswick yesterday 76-63. Let's meet the starting lineups, and this will be the road team on your scoreboard. So Wake Tech, the road team today, and head coach Adam Wainwright. Same starters as yesterday. Number 3 is Charles Matheka. Number 4, Tequan Hawley. Number 12, Andrew Navarro. Number 13, Jaden Shepard. And number 25 is Trey Manhertz. And now for TJ Prelo and the Catonsville Cardinals. Just one change in the lineup today. Number 2, Jayden French getting the start. Also starting today is number 3, William DeShields. Number 5, Cameron Hayes. Number 10, David K. Samuels. Let's try that again. Number 10, David McKay Samuels. Let's go with take 2. And number 24 is Messiah Anderson. So that's the starters for both of these two teams as Wake Tech looks to avenge a loss a season ago. Catonsville beat them here at the Thanksgiving Classic a year ago, 74-71. Wake Tech went 0-2 that weekend. They're trying to go 2-0 this weekend. So Catonsville losing by 13 yesterday. They were in the game for most of it, and then in the most of the first half, that is, and then the second half, Dolphins were able to get some more separation and able to win by 13. And for Wake Tech, Cardinals fans, you're going to see similar defense here. It was man-to-man defense for Brunswick, and it's zone for Wake. That's the difference, but they're both really stingy. So expect another defensive battle. That was the reason why Wake Tech was able to win yesterday, as we have a shot clock that didn't start. So we're held up here on the tip-off. It will be Wake Tech basketball now. Matheka had a good game, had some cramps towards the end of that game yesterday, but he's fine, according to Adam Wainwright. Talked to Coach Wainwright before the game, and overall, by coach's standards, he was really happy with his team's effort yesterday. Coaches are never 100% happy, but as far as getting a big win against a very good Harford team, Coach was pretty pleased. Just a couple of stretches. The hot hand continues for Navarro. Navarro, I believe, had 5 triples yesterday, and he's on the board here, 3-0 for Wake. So for Catonsville, they're playing without Yasir Supreme. We know Wake Tech has been shorthanded. Good hesitation and pump in the air for Anderson. Anderson's going to have a big game like he did in the second half against Brunswick yesterday. Anderson really came on yesterday in that second half, as we discussed. And then it was Cameron Hayes who really started strong, the leading scorer on the team at over 19 a game. He was over 20 yesterday. Into Navarro. Navarro will back it out now. We saw a lot of zone from the Cardinals yesterday. They come out in zone here today. Looks like it was 2-3 on the first possession, 1-3-1 here on this possession. Getting blocked from behind was Charles. Good defense there by Anderson and the Cards. Into the front court to Shields. Tosses far side to French. So French has some fresh legs. He didn't play at all yesterday. And when you've got these back-to-backs and you can get a guy off the bench, you'll take that. Some contact there, no whistle as DeShields too strong. So Wake Tech leading 3-2. Matheka drives in, and down low it's Manhertz who gets fouled. Trey Manhertz will go to the free throw line, first foul of the game, coming about a minute and a half in. Don't forget, folks, we have the YouTube chat going. If you want to check in, give us a shout. Let us know where you're watching from. So Trey Manhertz, 50% from the free throw line this season, connects on his first. Again, Saquon Harris is hurt. Caden Tezick out. Ferguson out. And Harris out. Manhurts gets them both. It's 5-2, back in transition, putting it up and in, McKay Samuels. McKay Samuels is much taller than I thought. Up here on the top of the track, he doesn't look as big as he is, but look at that wingspan on him going up against Shepard there. You can kind of see it. Even that jumper, nice jumper there by Holly, who got it to go, but he almost got a fingertip on that ball as well from, good couple feet away. Catch, shoot three by French. Can't get it to go. Rebound controlled by Shepard. 7-4 in favor of Wake Tech. Triple by that guy, Navarro. Holly with 2 as well. Manhurts with 2. But he is not shy. He loves the lighting in this gym. Navarro hits his second triple, and it's 10-4 Wake Tech. Again, Wake Tech is the road team on the scoreboard today, so just pay attention to that. DeShields tried to put the moves on, had it deflected, came out to Hayes, back to DeShields, gets around one man, met at the rim, swings it out French for 3, an air ball, rebound by Holly. Throw front court to Navarro. Navarro gives it back to Holly. Navarro now over to Mafeka. Holly takes it left of the lane. Got cut off. Good defense there by Hayes. Shot clock at 9, and the throwaway. Good anticipation there, McKay Samuels, and the ball tipped out of bounds, last touched by Mafeka. First sub of the game for TJ Prelo. Alpha Thiem. Thiem had really good energy off the bench, especially in the second half yesterday against Brunswick. Let's see if he can provide a spark for Catonsville, down 10-4. Straight up defense there by Navarro. Extra chance opportunities helped Catonsville stick around yesterday against the Dolphins, and they get an open jumper for DeShields, who hits right of the lane on the second chance opportunity there to make it 10-6 now in favor of Wake. Shepard in the corner, and that's a travel on Mafeka, who was indecisive there. Another sub for Coach Prelo. And it's Khalil Montgomery. Montgomery double digits yesterday, came into the weekend averaging just 3.3 points per game, but his offense was cooking against Brunswick yesterday in the 13-point loss. Again, without Supreme, they lose, 12 points and 8.5 rebounds roughly a game. Other guys got to step up. Extra pass by Anderson, attacking DeShields, and the runner is good. So DeShields up to 4 points, and it's 10-8 now. The lead down to 2 for Wake on back-to-back buckets by the Cardinals. Navarro again. Oh, my goodness gracious. He is hitting them from Steph Curry range, and he's got 3 triples, 9 of the 13 points from that young man. Anderson cut off, and that goes into the backcourt. Navarro gives chase, and Montgomery will let it go out of bounds, and we'll go to a timeout. Good start to the game for Andrew Navarro, who came into the weekend shooting 25% from 3. He's a little bit better than that this weekend. Those numbers are going to go way up, and we'll be right back. back, everybody, to Brunswick. 13-8 start for Wake Tech, courtesy of Andrew Navarro's 3 triples. He's got 9 points. It'll be Eagles basketball. Wake Tech can even its record at 4-4. Played that very difficult opening week, or opening month, I should say. Opening couple of weeks, maybe? Yeah, that's better. Let's go with that. Take 3 that time. It's Matheka driving in, swings it out to Holly for 3. Got it to go. Holly now up to 5. That is the 4th triple knocked down by the Wake Tech Eagles, who came in as a team shooting 21% from 3 prior to this weekend. Safe to say those numbers will rise. Good defense there, Matheka. Bounce pass ahead goes to from Navarro to Matheka, who puts it up and in. Good energy out of the timeout for Wake Tech. 5 quick points. They're up by 10. Region 20 member of Division II is Baltimore County, Catonsville. And TJ Prelo, talking to him before the game. Couldn't be a nicer coach, by the way. Young guy, he's like 33. I thought maybe it was 33 or 34. I thought 28 at tops. Good genes in the Prelo family. Nice cut down low, Anderson. Oh, it did everything but go down for him. Rebound, Manhertz. Down by 10. You really need that break, and the Cardinals didn't get it. Here we go again. Navarro finally missed one. Holly, the offensive rebound, though. So you finally get a miss out of them, and then you don't get the defensive rebound. Let's see if Wake Tech can capitalize on it here. Matheka. Navarro now. Shoot it. What is he waiting for? Shot clock at 2. Got to throw it up. Holly did get iron, but that's all he got. And Anderson got another rebound. Into the front court to Shields with 4 points already. Here is Montgomery back to him. Looks like Wake's playing a little bit of a zone here today, as well as they did for the bulk of yesterday's victory over Hartford. The Shields on the wing, threw that right to Shepard. So the zone works there. Out on the run, Matheka, and he draws contact. So Charles Matheka going to go to the free throw line. 58% free throw shooter this season. And Wake Tech up by 10. 5 subs are about to come in here. TJ's got 2. Adams got 3. Charles Matheka, 6.6 points per game on the year. I think he was in double figures yesterday. And Matheka hits his first. All right, here we go. It is Ethan Reed coming in for Wake. BJ Solomon, who we didn't see yesterday for Wake as well. I don't think we saw him. And for Catonsville, Cameron Hayes back in. Both free throws are good there for Matheka, so he's got 4 points now. He goes out. CJ Sorrell comes in for him. We're just going to start over for the Cardinals. So it's Cameron Hayes in the backcourt with Khalil Montgomery. Messiah Anderson still in the game. Eric Foreman has come in, and Jaden French back in as well. Again, zone here for Wake Tech. Corner pocket. 3 ball no good by French. And Shamel Baker, I forgot him, is going to be called for the foul here. So I think we're going to have an extra possession for Catonsville, courtesy of that foul. So both teams with 2 team fouls, 20-8 Wake Tech, here in the first just about 7 minutes of this game. Montgomery to Anderson. Anderson scoop and draws contact. Mentioned I talked to TJ Prelo before the game, and a couple of tees yesterday. I said, Coach, your team's a little feisty. And he said they're normally. And I actually stayed in the hotel Same hotel as Catonsville this weekend, which if you love cold showers, this Holiday Inn is the place to be, let me tell you. If you want ice cold water when you get into the shower, if you're a sociopath and that's your thing, oh man, the Holiday Inn in Southport, ladies and gentlemen. Free advertising for you, you monsters. Anyways, stayed at the same hotel and really quiet bunch of kids, really quiet. I've stayed at some hotels with teams where it's been quite the opposite, let's just say. Long drive back to Catonsville after this game is over as the flip shot is no good by Solomon. So still 20-8. Catonsville's been stuck on 8 for quite a bit. Sorrell gives it over to, or excuse me, that's Montgomery. Here's Hayes for 3. Got it to go. Much needed bucket there for Catonsville. Good to see Cameron Hayes get it going. They're going to need his production, averaging 19 a game. Leading scorer on the team with his first bucket. Off the miss, the tipped rebound goes off Wake Tech and back to the Cardinals. I go down to the front desk at this hotel and I'm like, what do I have to do to turn my shower on and get hot water coming out? They're like, well, we can change rooms. So I asked TJ, I was like, did any of you guys have hot water? None of them had hot water. So what's the point of changing rooms then? Ridiculous. Here is Montgomery. Cut off on the baseline. High pass. Handled by French. Now it's Hayes. Hayes with the shot clock winding down. Oh, the bank is open on a Sunday. That's what you got to do, and that's a really high IQ basketball play there. You're being defended really well. You're up against the shot clock. You've got no other options. Aim for that square. If you got to throw it up, aim for that square. Put a little extra on it. Here's Montgomery into the front court. So 6-0 run here for Catonsville. After that cold spell, they're now within 6, but they turn it over here. It's Baker. Bounce pass over to Sorrell. Swings it out to Reed in rhythm. Too strong on the triple try. And French with the rebound. Catch and shoot Hayes. Got another one. 9-0 spurt here for Catonsville, all from behind the arc. And here we go again for Adam Wainwright. The line change is coming back in. The second unit not doing its job. We saw this yesterday as well. Sorrell for 3. Got it to go. Big answer there. But the problem's on the other end of the court right now for Wake is they're back up by 6. Hayes and Montgomery playing hot potato against the zone. Hayes thought about it. Back out to Montgomery. Fakes the 3, drives in. Deep look by Hayes. Grazes the rim, that's it, but it comes right to Anderson. Makes the unselfish play. French can't score. Rebound Solomon. Solomon. Sorrell. Reed on the wing, back to Sorrell. Oh no, miscommunication there. Baker was looking for Sorrell. Sorrell was directing traffic. And we're going to have a whole bunch of subs when we come back. We're just past the midway point here in this opening half. Wake Tech in control by 6. Welcome back to Brunswick, everybody. Chris Shima back with you at the pre-Thanksgiving Classic. Navarro with 9 points for Wake Tech, but Catonsville starting to make some noise. Hayes has 9 points. Both of these guys hitting 3 triples at the start. They get the ball to Hayes now. Goes inside, was looking down low for McKay Samuels, who's back in. Theum also back in. And DeShields. So 3 new players in for Catonsville. The starters are back in for Adam Wainwright, Charles Matheka, Tequan Hawley, Andrew Navarro, Jaden Shepard, Trey Manhertz. Catonsville into the forecourt. Theum flips it up and in from left of the lane. Matheka over to Navarro. Here's Hawley with 5 points in the half. Matheka. Navarro. They're closing out on him because he's hit 2 of those threes from logo range. Takes it left of the lane, and why not? Navarro, first player in double figures now. He's got 11. DeShields over to French. French bounce pass, nicely done. That's how you play against the zone, find the open spots. Unfortunately, the bucket was missed. I like the idea, though. Matheka will slow it down there for Wake. Approaching 8:20 to go here in this first half. Wake Tech is the road team on the board, so they're up 25-19. Matheka with 9 on the shot clock. Navarro, trouble with the pass. It was aimed at his knee. It's DeShields to Hayes, slam dunk. And Hayes matches Navarro now in double figures with 11. So Catonsville now is within 4. And I think they might have teed him up for hanging on the rim. They did, so we're going to walk to the other end of the court now. And it'll be Andrew Navarro who will shoot a couple of tees. Navarro now with a dozen. Montgomery will come in now for Catonsville. And Hayes is going to go out after getting teed up. He's actually going to the trainer's room, or it looked like he was. So, Wake Tech now up by 6. 8 minutes to go here in the opening half. Chris Shima, glad to be with you this weekend. Thanks for staying with us. Hawley with the basketball, being hounded in the zone. Manhertz down low. Contested shot, got it to go. So Manhertz up to 4. That's his first field goal today. DeShields throws front court to Montgomery, back to DeShields. Down low, Theum. Montgomery. DeShields attacking, counted in the foul. DeShields up to 6, chance to make it 7 at the charity stripe. And I think we're going to have a timeout first. So we'll have the and 1 when we come back. 7:22 to go in the opening half. And Wake Tech still up by 6. back, everybody. Free throws, or a free throw, excuse me. One free throw to come here. It's an and one opportunity for DeShields. 79% free throw shooter, misses. 5 team fouls on Wake, 3 on Catonsville. Wake with the lead, though, 29-23. Holly. Here's Matheka attacking. Throws it up in the lane, got it to go. 6 now in the half. Lead back to 8 for Wake Tech. Their biggest lead has been 12. No ties, no lead changes. Catonsville beating the Eagles a year ago, 74-71. McKay Samuels in the lane. Gets it out to Montgomery. Montgomery got tied up in the air. No, they actually called a travel there. I thought that should be a tie-up if the other guys got the ball. Possession era would have kept it with the Cardinals, but they say no tie-up, so it's Wake Tech basketball up by 8. Chance to go up double figures again. Baker is back in. His pass deflected out. Those long arms again from McKay Samuels. Holly inbound to Baker. Screen set by Holly. Gets it back on the roll. Rainbow shot, no. French with the rebound. Ooh, McKay Samuels landed awkwardly. He's in the backcourt. DeShields attacks. Follow-up, no by Anderson, but he's fouled. So Anderson will go to the line for 2. 16 fouls on Wake, just 3 on Catonsville. One of those is a T, too, so really clean defensive first half for the Cardinals, although they're down in the scoreboard. Messiah Anderson, I mentioned him yesterday. 84% at the line coming in. He shot miserable from the free throw line yesterday, though. Much better looking on that first shot. 10th in Division II in rebounding at 10.4 per game. He had 14 points. He had a double-double yesterday. I don't know that for sure, but I'm telling you right now he did. And if he did, that would be 5 double-doubles in the first 6 games this year for this young man. Chance to make it now a 6-point game, and he does. So Anderson now with 4. They're going to need a little bit more offense out of him if they want to win this game. He's certainly capable, he and Hayes, of lighting this place up. Foul from behind there is going to lead to free throws on this end. That'll be team foul number 4 with 6:02 to go here until halftime on Catonsville. And it's Tequan Holly going to the free throw line. 71% free throw shooter. Wake Tech as a team just 67%. Ditto for Catonsville, but a couple of good free throw shooters here. Holly. So Holly gets the first one to go. Reed is back in for Wake Tech. Ethan Reed scoreless so far here in the half. Lead back to 8 for the Eagles. Anderson kicks it out to DeShields for 3. Off the mark. Tipped rebound comes to Matheka. Matheka front court with it. Here is Reed. Has his pass tipped and taken away by French. French hesitates. Gets around one man and scores. Defense to offense there for Jaden French. He came in 9.8 points per ball game. Again, didn't play yesterday. Also averages 3.5 assists. And we saw his defense on the year. 2.5 steals per game. He's got his first here this afternoon. Lead back down to 6. So Catonsville hanging around against Wake Tech. It's Holly giving out to Baker. Baker cut off on the baseline, swings it cross court. The 3 is no good by Reed. Tip rebound, fought for and won by Charles. DJ Charles getting some run here. Ooh, they had him down low. Instead, he gets the tip, can't get it to go off the miss. How about Holly with the athletic play? But he was just over the line. Just inside 5 minutes to go here in this opening half. And some more changes for TJ Prelo. It is Eric Foreman coming back in. Foreman, Anderson, French, DeShields, and now Hayes is back in. Well, right by the defense there. Where was the defense on the ball for Wake Tech that time? A rare defensive lapse for them. French scores an easy 2, and it's a 4-point game again. Baker on the wing. Matheka. He'll back it out. And we got an offensive foul, legal screen there on Charles. So that's the 7th team foul on Wake Tech. It's an offensive foul, so no 1-and-1 yet. But Catonsville officially into the bonus. Montgomery front court to French. Bounce pass in the corner to Anderson. French throws cross court to Hayes. And again, they're just running 2 guys at the ball here in this zone. You can see it for Wake Tech right there. Got to penetrate, but the problem is miscommunication on offense there and an easy steal for Reed. Front court, it's Solomon who's back in. Solomon up top to Matheka. Right side, Baker. Contested 3 is no good. Ball deflected around. Diving for it, Solomon. And it's an extra chance opportunity here for the Eagles. Reed from deep. And a good box out there by, was that Foreman? It was Foreman who took a hard fall and paid the price, but a great box out will lead to a 1-and-1 on the other end. Eric Foreman has not attempted a free throw this season, and he can get his team within 2. Nobody tell the officials, but we're supposed to take a media timeout. I'm hoping that they didn't, that they forgot about it. Shh, nobody say a word. Here's Baker. Matheka, so the free throw no good. Reed on the near side. Back to Matheka. Charles corner 3. Again, all of the threes have been contested down the stretch here. Nice defense as we go on from Catonsville. Montgomery open, got it to go. It's a 1-point game. There has not been a tie or lead change yet in this one. Wake Tech's led by as many as 12, but here come the Cardinals. Baker on the far side. Loses it. It's another turnover. Montgomery backs it out. Gets it to Hayes. Attacks. No, but he's fouled. Catonsville can take the lead. It would be their first of the game. And first, we're going to have a timeout. They remembered. All right. Final timeout here in the first period. 2:50 left to go. And we'll see if Catonsville can claim its first lead when we come back. That's me, Chris Shima. Glad to be with you this weekend. Thanks for hanging out with us here at the beach. Good first half again for Cameron Hayes, who was in double digits in the first half yesterday. He finished with a game-high 22 points in the loss against Brunswick. He's at the free throw line trying to give his team its first lead. Already 9 team fouls on Wake Tech, just 4 on Catonsville. So this is our first tie of the game. Wake Tech has Navarro back in the game. He's got 13. Hayes matches him, and Catonsville has its first lead of the afternoon. So Solomon, Navarro, looks like Hawley back in. Reed stays in, and Matheka, that's the 5 for Wake Tech. And yet another steal for Catonsville. This time Anderson throws it ahead. Hot potato there, and French goes out of the gym. So just a little too much on that ball. French, Hayes, I mentioned Anderson, Theum. Who am I missing? DeShields. No, that's not DeShields. French. Did I say French or Montgomery? I've butchered it. I don't know, but I think I got all 5 for Catonsville. It's another steal. Is this the 3rd or 4th straight steal? Oh, Anderson was absolutely trying to destroy that rim, and it's going to be out of bounds. I think the ball hit the shot clock there. So Anderson trying to show off his athleticism. Got up, just couldn't get the bucket, though. Catonsville maintains a 1-point lead late in this first half. 2:15 to go until halftime. And don't forget, we'll take the halftime break. Catonsville will play once more before Thanksgiving at Montgomery College on Tuesday, and then after Thanksgiving, December 2nd at Harcum. Wake Tech is off until next Monday, December 1st. They'll be home for a rematch against Patrick and Henry, who they defeated before coming here. So December 1st at 7 at home for Wake Tech and Raleigh. Navarro, couple of pumps, couldn't get it to go. Tips it right down to Solomon, who draws contact. So Solomon will get free throws. That's an example right there of, what to do. The shot doesn't go down. You don't hang your head for even a second. And Navarro, even though he missed the initial shot, was able to make a play for his teammate, and now free throws for Wake Tech as they look to retake the lead. Solomon ties us. So Solomon 1 out of 2. Coming over, Hawley gets the rebound. That'll frustrate TJ Prelo for sure. One of the major pet peeves is offensive rebounds on missed free throws. Good cut there by Hawley, but he's stripped. Anderson, the steals are piling up for Catonsville, and Wake thought they had a steal. They were halfway down the court, and then the whistle came in. It's a foul on Wake. Adam Wainwright says, come on, man. Messiah Anderson back at the line. 14 points yesterday. And he rims in that one for Anderson. Now 5 here in the half. Anderson in and out, back in. So the free throw is going down much better for him here today. Catonsville has its biggest lead, 36-34. Again, both teams have been in the zone for most of the day. Navarro, they haven't been able to stop him. He gives it up to Matheka. Navarro with 13 in the first half. Reed to Solomon. Solomon backing down. Good job staying with him. Anderson. Navarro again. Not that time. So he did his first 3 from free. He's missed his last 2. Matheka tries a triple. Tipped rebound. And they're going to call a foul on the rebound on Solomon. That is 10 team fouls on Wake Tech. So we go to the other end of the court. And it's a double bonus now for David McKay Samuels. He had 4 points yesterday. David McKay Samuels, 2 points so far here this afternoon. Last couple of calls for Wake that have gone against them. And they've been frustrated with, but you got to play through it. They started this game off strong, led 20-8. And now sometimes when it feels like you're playing 2 against 1, the call's not going your way. You got to regroup as a team, focus on what you can control. So David McKay Samuels gets 1 out of 2. Lead is 3 inside a minute to play until halftime. Matheka looking high, and again Anderson. Oh, he's like a defensive back here on this football Sunday. Just picking them passes off. Montgomery over to just Shields. Again, navigating against the zone here. Still 10 to shoot. Down low, McKay Samuels, little flip shot is good. So Catonsville stretched it out to a 5-point advantage from 20-8 to 39-34. Shot clock is off here for Wake. They can hold if they want to. They attack, though. And Holly had it blocked and taken away. 7 seconds to work with now. French attacks. French swings it out to Anderson. Anderson slam dunk with the 2-hand jam at the buzzer. What a run at the end of this half for the Catonsville Cardinals. They take a 41-34 lead over Wake Tech here at the Brunswick Thanksgiving Classic. We'll go to halftime. We'll take a break. Come back in 15 minutes. Bring you all the second half action. Don't go too far. Welcome back, everybody, to the pre-Thanksgiving Classic here at Brunswick Community College. Catonsville 41, Wake Tech 34 as we're underway here in this second half. 20-8 start for Wake Tech, and then Catonsville responded, forcing numerous turnovers down the stretch to take this 7-point advantage, and now Wake Tech starts the second half, returning the favor. Leading scorers in the game for Catonsville, Cameron Hayes with 13, Anderson with 8, DeShields with 6, 5 for McKay Samuels, 4 for French, 3 for Montgomery, and 2 for Thiem. For Wake Tech, Navarro started strong. He scored 9 straight points for Wake Tech. He has a team-high 13. Hawley with 7, Matheka with 6, Manhertz with 4, Sorrell with 3, and then 1 for Solomon. And I think that's everybody. Back-to-back steals here for the Eagles at the start of the second half as Matheka throws it front court. Reed gets the start here in the second half for Adam Wainwright's team, and be curious to see what their locker room was like at halftime, because Coach Wainwright could not have been happy with the way his team closed that half. Took a commanding 20-8 lead, and then the wheels came off. Some calls went against them. They started kind of getting in their heads about the officials as well. Well, we'll see how the final 20 plays out here. Right now, the first foul of the half is on Catonsville, and it's Matheka to inbound it. Into Reed. Reed, quick trigger, buries the triple, his first of the game. So that cuts the deficit down to 4. DeShields walks it into the front court. French bounce pass over to Hayes. Thiem back out. Hayes catch and shoot. Oh, halfway down, came back out, and then it's off Catonsville. I thought maybe Hawley might have touched that last, but the official right there saw it and will give it back to the Eagles. Here's Hawley. Some trapping pressure here for the Cards. Navarro front court to Reed. Reed fakes the 3, drives, and threw it out of bounds. That is Catonsville basketball. The official underneath was looking and checking for a deflection that didn't come. No, definitely wasn't deflected. So, DeShields again into the front court. Baltimore County Catonsville at 2-5 on the season. Wake Tech 3-4. Catonsville won over Wake Tech at the Thanksgiving Classic last year by 3. And the bank shot is good by French, who's now got 6. This is the biggest lead for the Cardinals, 43-37. 2 ties, 2 lead changes here today. Reed for 3, hit his first of the half, not that one. DeShields front court, numbers. Thiem lays it up and in. 4 now in the game. Navarro alley-oop, laying it up and in is Shepard, his first goal. DeShields over to French. Both teams like to play the zone. Wake Tech running guys, and that pass is going to go out of bounds. Last touch by French, so French out of whack there thanks to the zone. He goes out. Montgomery comes back in with 3 first-half points. Wake Tech trying to whittle this lead down again. Hawley. Toss over to Reed. Reed to Matheka. Shot clock at 10 here for the Eagles. It's Navarro double-teamed, and contact on the shot will send him to the free throw line. Second foul on Catonsville here in this second half. None yet on the Eagles. Andrew Navarro, 89% free throw shooter. Having himself a nice weekend. Came in averaging 9 points per game, 3 rebounds, 1.3 steals, and came into the weekend, believe it or not, shooting just 25% from 3. He has been on fire this week, and he's up to 15 points. The Catonsville lead is 4. 16:35 to go in the game. Brunswick and Harford will be our second and final game here on this Sunday. Montgomery, top of the key. Hayes airballed that one. So Hayes, 13 points on the day. Normally, he's been money from behind the arc here at Brunswick this weekend, not on that shot. Matheka front court, near side Holly. Here is Reed. Navarro, he will shoot from there. Hayes staying with him. Matheka open 3, no good. Long rebound, chased down by Hayes. Hayes into the front court, spins, attacks, and he's fouled. He's going to go to the free throw line. Thiam was there, and I think Hayes wanted to give that ball up. Didn't quite have the angle, so he took that shot high, and that was a purposeful shot as more of a pass / shot. But anyways, he's going to get free throws when we come back. All right, welcome back to Brunswick, everybody. 15:57 to go in the game. Free throws for Hayes. Cameron Hayes, 55% free throw shooter, 22 points yesterday. He's got now 36 points on the weekend, as he's up to 14 here today. Catonsville's led by as many as 8. Wake Tech is led by as many as 12. It's been a game of runs, and then some consistency. Navarro wanted to take it in the corner, instead gives it up. It's swung over to Holly on the left wing. Reed has it tipped away. It's last touch by DeShields, but DeShields will take that. That's good defense. DeShields saying, don't try it again. Again, Navarro will trigger and bury another deep one. 18 for Navarro. That's what I'm talking about. You've got to be on top of him. Just that little bit of room. He'll shoot it from anywhere on the court. 3-point game now. DeShields. Montgomery. It's Hayes. He's looking down low. And we've seen that a couple of times here in this game. Catonsville trying to force on this collapsing zone, and Wake Tech ready to pick that pocket. Reed, corner jumper, no. Ball batted ahead to Shields, front court, goes behind the back, gets it to the cutter, and just kind of mistimed that one. Was too late for Anderson, so ball goes back to Wake Tech. Chance for them to tie it for the first time with 14:56 left to go in the game. Catonsville's led for most of this, in fact, all of the second half so far. Matheka now Reed. High pass looking for Holly. Navarro doubled up in the zone. Hawley now swings it out. Reed for three. Rebound by Hayes. Hayes into the front court. Hayes hesitates, attacks, swings it out to Shields. Steps inside for the midi. Got it to go. 8 for DeShields. Lead back to 5 for Catonsville. 2 subs ready to come in for TJ Prelo. A rare miss from behind the arc today for Navarro. I think he's 5 out of 8 from 3. That's just a guess in my head, but that's what I would say. DeShields on the near side. Here's Hayes. Montgomery. And a turnover. McKay Samuels is going to come in. So is French for the Cardinals. Thiem will go out. So will Hayes. So Hayes with the team high 15 departs. And for Wake Tech, it's Reed. Here's Navarro. Mafeka. Reed with the fake. Reed for 3. Got another one, his second of the game. He's not been shy. Wake Tech has closed it to within 2, 49-47, Catonsville with the lead. Montgomery over to DeShields, ball batted. Deflection by Mafeka. Mafeka throws it off the glass and in. 8 in the game, we are tied. First tie of the half, third tie of the game. 49 all. 12:52 to go in the game. Anderson at the free throw line out to Montgomery. Back to Anderson, same spot, attacks, got blocked but fouled by Manhertz. Just tough positioning there by Manhertz is the reason for that whistle. That is the second team foul on Wake. So both teams with 2 team fouls here with 12:40 to go in the game. And free throws to come as Catonsville looks to go back on top here. Messiah Anderson had 12 points yesterday. He's got 8 today. Make it 9. Sorrell checks in for Wake Tech. Hayes back in for Catonsville. Montgomery also back in for Catonsville. DeShields and Foreman go out. So 1 out of 2 at the line. Tipped rebound comes to French. Down low. No, but he's fouled. This time by Shepard. Third team foul on the Eagles. More opportunities for freebies here for Catonsville. French now has 7 points. Came in averaging 9.8 per game. Also 2.5 steals, 3.5 assists for Jaden French, the sophomore. The shot clock was wrong. That has us held up here. French now with 8. And we're going to get a timeout. 52-49. It's Catonsville with 12:36 to go in the game with the lead. Back at Brunswick, 52-49, Catonsville with the lead. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. I think we're going to have free throws again. No corrections. Wake Tech basketball out of this timeout. Man pressure here for Catonsville. Inbound goes to Baker. Sorrell throws it front court. Oh, what a save. Is it going to be in time, though? No, they're going to run out of room. Circus play there by Anderson, and then McKay Samuels gave it chase, but just ran out of room. So it'll stay with Wake. They got 22 on the shot clock. I don't think that's correct, and I think that's, yeah. Are they going to say that was even a change of possession? They will. So Wake's going to get a fresh 30 out of that. Reed will inbound it. Baker back to Reed. Looking for his third triple. Not that time. Tipped rebound to Shepard, and Shepard is fouled. So both teams with 3 team fouls now at the 12:20 mark. Sorrell will inbound it. Quick shot in the air by Holly, no. Saved, but to Reed, and it'll be a goaltend. So credit the bucket to Reed, and Wake Tech is within 1 now. (52-51), approaching 12 to go in the game. Into the forecourt, Montgomery. Here is Hayes. Montgomery and Hayes now over to DeShields for 3. An air ball. Box out there by Sorrell. Couldn't quite gather, but his teammate Shepard helps him out. Holly into the forecourt. Now Sorrell setting up the offense for Wake. And that'll be an offensive foul. Taking the charge was Anderson. 4 team fouls on Wake now. And we have another timeout. 11:37 left to go in the game. We'll be back here in just a bit. Welcome back to Brunswick, everybody. 11:37 to go in the game. Catonsville trailed by 12 early. They have led for most of this second half. It's Wake Tech with the basketball looking to retake the lead here. Inbound goes to Shepard. Shepard over a double team, had his shot blocked. They call it tie-up. McKay Samuels, jump ball possession arrow, will keep it on this side of the court. Sorrell looking to get it in. The flip shot, no. Follow-up dunk by Holly is good. He's approaching double digits now. He's got 9. 4th lead change of the game. So these final 11:20 should be really interesting. These 2 evenly matched teams here today. Catonsville hungry. They don't want to go 0-2. That long bus trip back to Baltimore. They turn it over here, though, and Reed goes coast to coast. Reed is in double figures. He now has 10. So Wake Tech by 3. This is their biggest lead of the half. They led by 12 in the first half. Hayes with 15 points gives it up to Montgomery. Montgomery, ball deflected, gets it back, swings it back out to Hayes for 3. Oh, in and out. Tipped rebound, ball batted around. It comes to Anderson. He had it swatted from behind. And it's just Wake Tech cannot get on the basketball here. So ball goes out of bounds. And Catonsville going to inbound it here. We're going to have a sub first. Shepard out, Solomon in. Montgomery looking to get this in. Does so to Hayes. Corner 3. And the rebound controlled by Solomon. Solomon into the forecourt. Solomon drives in, out to Reed, fakes the 3, attacks, back to Solomon. Oh, what recovery there by Anderson to get the swat, but it's cleaned up by Hawley. Alert play there by Tequan, who's now in double figures with 11. It's a 5-point lead. Wake Tech commits team foul number 4. So both teams with 4 team fouls with 10:15 to go in the game. DeShields back in. Thiem back in. Anderson departs, so does Hayes. So 2 potent offense and defensive weapons on the bench right now for Catonsville. Others guys got to step up here for Coach Prelo. French backing down, swings it out to Montgomery. Montgomery back to French. Shot clock at 7. French throws it up, no, and the rebound controlled by Sorrell. Past the midway point in this one, 9:48 here in the second half. Good fake there, but a travel called on Solomon, so shuffled his feet. And Wake Tech missed opportunity there. Again, it's a real quick break for Cameron Hayes. We've seen this from Coach Prelo. Just enough to get his leading scorer some water and then right back in at the next dead ball. French goes out. Again, 8 points so far today for him. Here's DeShields with the basketball. Montgomery from the half circle, short. Board by Sorrell. Baker over to Reed. Holly. Reed now. Flip shot short. Another offensive rebound by Hawley. He's got a baker's dozen. And a good chunk of that has been via the extra chance opportunities here. So Catonsville got to figure it out on this end of the court now. They've got stagnant offensively. Haven't scored in quite a while. And they find themselves down their biggest deficit here in the second half. It's 7. Pass off the mark. Shot clock at 8. Montgomery attacks, and he's fouled with 5 on the shot clock. Frustrating there for Wake. He played great defense for 25 seconds and had him against it. But better than giving up the easy 2. Looks like he was going to get around the defense. Anderson right back in as McKay Samuels departs for Catonsville. In the corner, the 3 off the back of iron and away from the ball, we have an offensive foul. Wait, no, it's on Reed. It's a defensive foul on Wake Tech. That is team foul number 6. Another extra chance opportunity here. Anderson in the corner gets it out to Hayes up top. DeShields back to Hayes. They are just running bodies at everybody with the basketball, except for that time when DeShields goes relatively unimpeded, and he now has 10. That's what you got to do. They always say attack the zone. That's what DeShields did there. And again, 10 points now here on the afternoon. So the lead is 5 for Wake Tech. That shot blocked Sorrell. Anderson, I think that's his second or third block here today. All of this stuff is in my head, and I didn't get great sleep after my cold shower last night at the hotel, so, take it with a grain of salt, all of these numbers, except the points. I'm pretty sure on that. Reed was looking for another triple. Throw ahead by Anderson to Montgomery, and Montgomery was able to deflect it. No, they say it's off of him. So it's a turnover by Catonsville. As we go inside 8 minutes to go in the game, we will step aside for another timeout here. Welcome back to Brunswick, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. 59-54. Wake Tech has come back to take the lead. It's their basketball. Some man-to-man pressure here. Maybe more of a trapping pressure here for the Cardinals. Into the front court, Reed. Reed will attack. Rejected again. Anderson with another block, but again, it's cleaned up by Hawley. So they get the initial defensive stop, but nobody is picking up the other man, and it's Wake Tech by 7 again. So Hawley now with 15, the last 4 via the putback variety. Down low, Anderson gets it out, 12 to shoot. Montgomery from Hayes, back to Hayes. Hayes trying to create contested shot, can't get it to go. And the zone is just working like a charm here for Wake Tech right now. Thiem will go out with 4 points today. French comes in with 8. Multiple extra chance opportunities here for Catonsville in this game, much like we saw yesterday, even though they lost to Brunswick. DeShields throws it away. Boy, you can't say enough about what Hawley has done defensively and offensively on the glass. Reed surveys, Baker back out. 6:50 to go in the game. It's Solomon, right wing, Baker up top, and Baker is fouled. Team foul number 6 on the Cardinals. Wake Tech will be home after Thanksgiving, December 1st, a rematch against Patrick and Henry in Raleigh. That'll be at 7 p.m. Catonsville still has work to do before Turkey Day. On Tuesday, they're at Montgomery College. Then they're off until after Thanksgiving. They'll play the following Tuesday at Harcum. First free throw, first point of the game for Shamel Baker. 54% at the line this season. Chance to put his team up 9 now. And he does. Both teams have made some changes. We'll set the 5 for you. McKay Samuels is back in for Catonsville. Hayes out there. French, Anderson, and DeShields. So that's the 5 for Catonsville. Sorrell Navarro is back in for Wake Tech. Reed stays in. So does Hawley. And Solomon. That's the 5 for the Eagles. French. Anderson swings it out. Hayes in the wing, Reed gets the rebound on the air ball. Nothing going down right now for Catonsville. Just 13 points here in the half for the Cards. They led 41-34 at halftime. And again, that defense from Wake Tech has had stretches of brilliance here today. Solomon, ball deflected. Might have been a block shot there. Sorrell thought about it, got it out to Reed. The rainbow shot, no. Another offensive rebound for Solomon. Back out, triggering it. Navarro, no. And finally, Anderson gets the board, and then he's fouled. That is team foul number 7, so we'll walk down to the other end and shoot the 1-and-1 here. So Catonsville trailing by 9, but they're in the bonus now with still 5:44 to go in the game. We saw them make a nice run at the end of the first half. Let's see if they can do it here at the end of this game, or if Wake Tech can close the door on this one and make it a sweep this weekend. Anderson, 9 points today. And again, his free throw shooting's been much better this afternoon. He needs this front end. Again, the offense has struggled here in the half for Catonsville, so if you can get these freebies, you need to capitalize on them. It does a number of things, sometimes just as a collective team, when you see the ball go through the net, it helps, and it helps certainly the shooter. Just 1 out of 2 that time, but we have a lane violation here, and if it's on Wake Tech, it's going to be an extra free throw. It is. So Wake Tech with an early Christmas present to Catonsville here with the lane violation. Anderson doesn't take advantage, but guess who? French chases it down, gives it back to Anderson, and we got a blocking foul called on Wake. It's going to be on Navarro, who was trying to sell it. Let's see if we can replay that real quick here. Was he in the restricted area? Well, for some reason, my video didn't save. Oh, yeah, it did. I'm not going to be able to load it in time to replay it, I don't think. I sped it up, so we're going to shoot this free throw, and then we'll take a look and see if Navarro is in the restricted area or not. No, Anderson misses the free throw. Guess who's there again? It's another foul. French is pumped up. It's a moot point now, but let's just run this back here and see where he was standing. Well, he wasn't in the restricted area, so that was not the reason for that charge. It was just a block, excuse me. It was just a regular blocking call. But Wake Tech is piling up these fouls. This is the last 1-and-1 now for Catonsville, who really hasn't capitalized, if we're being honest, on the free throw opportunities here. They have cut it down to 6, though. French now with 9 in the game, so he can join Hayes with 15, DeShields, Anderson both have 10. So French trying to become the 4th player for Catonsville in double figures here. And he does. Navarro and Sorrell in the backcourt against the pressure. 4-point game just like that. Wake Tech needs to respond here now. Ollie with 15 on the day. Navarro's got the game high 18 points. He attacks. The scoop, can't score. Fight for the rebound, and they're going to call a jump ball, and the ball's going back the other way. Catonsville in a 2-possession game will get the basketball back with 5:07 to go. Still very much anybody's game here. And the second half has turned a little ragged. There's a major wet spot out on the court there. And there's actually 2 of them. It's It's been a nice weekend here at the beach. It was a little bit colder today, but it was like 75 degrees yesterday. So they're still trying to clean up the one spot, and now the second one, I think, is even worse. So they're going to have to pull extra care into this one. All right, back to basketball now. 5 minutes to go in the game. French, McKay Samuels, and that pass a little bit low. DeShields had trouble with it, and Catonsville getting sloppy with the ball here now. So this one tightening up. Sorrell and Wake Tech trying to dig further into this deficit. They've trailed by as many as 8 in this game. That man's been good today, and he stays money as Holly now up to 17. Y'all have been giving you the wrong score. I don't believe this. I'm so sorry. It's Wake Tech 65, Catonsville 59. I had it wrong in my brain. So Wake Tech's not trying to come from behind. They're trying to maintain this lead. And Navarro gets the steal. My brain is not working. They're going to call a timeout. 4:01 left to go in the game. And again, it's Wake Tech 65, Catonsville 59. Back to Brunswick, everybody. Again, Wake Tech 65-59 over Catonsville. Trying to close it out, but Cardinals are hanging around here. It's not been a great offensive half for Catonsville. They have just 18 points, but still a two-possession game. Navarro out deep. Matheka, 8 points today. Swings it over to the hot hand. The flip shot no good by Holly. But he's going to go to the free throw line. I think we have another blocking foul called here. So we've seen more blocking foul calls than charges here in this one. Team foul number 6 on the Cardinals. And again, you can hear the squeaking probably. A lot of wet spots out on the floor. It's not hot in the gym. It's just we're on the East Coast. It's humid. Tequan Holly, 71% free throw shooter. What a game from him today. Chance to get to 19 points here from the free throw line. So the lead back to 8 for Wake Tech. Here's Catonsville in the front court. It's French, cross court to Anderson. DeShields, French. Contested shots, and Matheka got him on the arm. Wake Tech cannot get out of its own way. The bad thing is they keep fouling Catonsville. They cannot stop fouling them. The good thing is, if you're a Wake Tech fan at least, is the Cardinals really haven't hit free throws consistently down the stretch here. Let's see if William DeShields can change that. Came into the weekend averaging 11.8 points per game. 79% free throw shooter. Had 7 yesterday in the loss against Brunswick. And he's got 11 here this afternoon. Chance to make it a 2-possession game again. There's still a lot of time on the clock. 3:37 left to go. So DeShields gets them both. Wake by 6. Man pressure into the front court. Holly. Set out to Navarro. Navarro left of the lane. Jumper no good. He might have been better off shooting it from 3 there, the way that he shot the ball from downtown. Front court, it's French. French hesitates, has his shot blocked anyways. Matheka got blocked, and then Navarro got fouled. So that puts the Eagles in the bonus now. 7th team foul will go to the other end for 1-1, with 3:15 left to go. Navarro on the year is shooting 89% from the charity stripe. Navarro with 18 points. Holly with 19 points for Wake Tech today. And the front end is good for Navarro, so he's got a chance now to get to 20, which would be the game high. Right now he's matched Holly for the game high. 20 in the game, lead back to 8. So now if you're the Cardinals, you got to be careful playing defense because you can't keep trading free throws here. You've done a nice job to get into the double bonus. Entry pass deflected. Oh, it's going off just barely. Matheka touched it last. So French will inbound. 15 on the shot clock here. DeShields, top of the key, gets a screen, attacks, swings it out. Hayes in the corner, gives it up to French, gets it back. 5 to shoot. He's going to have to create something. Manhurt stays with him, forces the miss. Offensive rebound to Shields, saves it out to French. French will attack. His pass deflected. Good defense there by Shepard to take it away. So Wake Tech in the driver's seat now. 3-possession game with 2:27 to go. Holly swings it out. Manhurt's finger roll. Oh, went halfway down, came out. Anderson with a tough rebound, and then he's fouled again. Double bonus for Anderson and the Cardinals on the other end of the court. Anderson, double figures yet again. He had 14 yesterday, 10 today. A little bit below his season average of 17.4 this weekend, but still productive, as always, for TJ Prelo's team. Cardinals trying to come from behind here and avoid getting swept this weekend by their Region 10 opponents. So Anderson gets them both. We got a timeout. 2:17 to go in the game. It's a 2-possession lead for Wake Tech. 2:17 left to go here in the game. Wake Tech with the basketball in a 6-point lead. It's kind of been a free throw shooting battle down the stretch here as we're back to live action. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you at the Brunswick Thanksgiving Classic, pre-Thanksgiving Classic, that is. You know that already, though. Navarro's got a game-high 20. He's got the basketball here. Wake Tech in the driver's seat, trying to close out Catonsville. Holly for three, no good. Rebound batted by Hayes. Hayes couldn't gather, but DeShields gets it. Numbers for Catonsville. Back to Hayes, lays it up and in. Hayes now with 17. It's a 4-point game here. Cardinals still very much alive here. Into the front court, Holly. Wake's really not had much trouble against the press. Their offensive flow has not really been there down the stretch. They got to get back to work. Reed in double figures with 10. Gives it up to Holly, who's got 19. And he lays it up. Can't get it to go, though. Anderson the rebound. Here comes Catonsville. It's DeShields to the hoop. He lays it up short. Oh, huge opportunity missed there for the Cardinals. Still 1:10 to go, though, in a two-possession game. Catonsville just got to keep playing the defense they've been playing down the stretch here. Nobody picks up Matheka. He goes right to the hoop, and then they foul him late, so he couldn't score, but he's going to get 2 shots here. Either way, it's still going to be a two-possession game, though, with less than a minute to go. Charles Matheka, 58% free throw shooter, trying to extend it to a 5 or 6 point lead. Matheka with 8 points, make it 9 as he gets the first one to go down. Hayes is going to go out. They bring French back in, Catonsville. Matheka trying to join 3 other teammates in double figures here for Wake Tech. In and out on the free throw. Door still wide open here. DeShields the rebound. Front court French. DeShields. And we got a timeout here called by TJ Prela. So we'll step aside as well. 48.9 seconds left to go. See if Catonsville can rally or if Wake Tech can seal the deal. Welcome back to Brunswick, everybody, as Catonsville trying to climb their way back. It's late, 48.9 left to go, but they've got the basketball, two-possession game. Got to try to get something here and go 2 for 1. Ball deflected. Thiam gathers. His shot was blocked, and then it goes out of bounds. It's off Wake Tech. Still a lot of time came off the clock there as Catonsville, TJ Prelo called that timeout to try to set something up so they can go quickly. Instead, they're going to have to play the foul game no matter what happens on this possession. So Montgomery to inbound, still 12 on the shot clock. Montgomery having trouble. It's through the hands of French. Into the front court, Navarro. He's got an easy 2, and that might do it. A game-high 22 for Navarro. The clock didn't really move there. They took it down to 3.4. That's not right either. I think there's more time than that. So 34 is the correct time. Yeah, I don't see the points either that official down low recognizing that. So it's a 3-possession game now, and that might be the dagger. We'll see. Catonsville's got to go very quick, though. French for 3. No good. Rebound control by Shepard. It's poked away by DeShields. Here's Anderson to the hoop. No. Wake finally gathers. Navarro will be fouled, but that will do it. So Navarro will add some sprinkles on the Sunday and what will be a Wake Tech victory here today as the Eagles. What a start to the year for Adam Wainwright's team. He played Daytona State 2 times, start 0-4, and they're about to even their record here. Front end is good. Navarro, a game-high 23 points. For Catonsville, you know, some real good moments in this game for this team as the Cardinals are going to fall to 2-6. Some really good moments in stretches, just really didn't put a full 40 minutes together today. The bank shot is good for Anderson, but it's all dressing on the window here as they're going to foul Navarro again with 9.5. So Navarro again will get to pad his totals. He's going to finish with the game high no matter what. It's just whether it's going to be 24, 25, or 26. Right now he's got 24. One of the better Region 10 free throw shooters on the year. Don't forget about, I think it was about 20 minutes between games yesterday. So we'll see if that's the same today. If it is, it'll be about 3:20 start. Brunswick and Hartford. Lead is 9 now. French will fire a 3. It's no good, and that is going to do it. Wake Tech goes to 4-4 on the year, sweeping the Thanksgiving Classic after losing both a season ago. The Eagles have won both here in 2025. 76-67 is your final. It's Wake Tech over Catonsville. And that's going to do it for us here at the Brunswick Thanksgiving Classic. Don't forget, everybody, our final game is coming up in 20 minutes. So about a 3:20 tip-off. It's the Brunswick Dolphins and the Hartford Fighting Owls coming up here in just a little bit. Don't go too far.